Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I have the final cards for spring of 2025. We're going to be using a paper piecing technique as well as a little bit of die cutting. Here are the two cards that I did last week in case you missed them. They were so fun and I wouldn't say simple, but they were a lot of fun to do. And we're actually going to be using that Happy Spring die set from last week. We're going to bring it into this week's video. So again, that's from Lawn Fawn. And just because I really don't have a whole lot of sentiments that are for Happy Spring in general, we're also going to be using this paper pack from Carta Bella called Spring Market. And I've had this for several years and I don't know if they still make it, so I'm not going to try to link it. It's from Amazon, so if you just want to search that, you may be able to find it. So you have these cut up parts, and of course the sticker pack that we'll be using, and then you just have these really beautiful cardstock pieces that has really pretty patterns. You can even use the strips, the paper strips that you see here, and make that as a sentiment, like the one I was just pointing at. But again, just looking through this, there are so many different options that you can do for this collection. You get one of each, so it is limited as far as which cardstock pattern you want to use in today's collection. Now I already selected mine, but I did want to show you what was in this collection in case you're interested and might want to search it. So there's all the different patterns, but the one that we're going to be using is this green and white buffalo check, and then we're going to be using some pink cardstock. So we're also going to be using one of my favorite dies, is the from Waffle Flower, the plaid texture background. It is, oh, love it. I've used it basically for spring and Easter cards and then some. So once again, I'm just showing you that I'm using this green cardstock that's from Recollections called Forest, their Forest collection. That's just a scrap right there. And then we're going to be using the green and white buffalo check pattern, and then we're going to be using this pink pattern as well as the pink and white floral pattern. So the first thing I'm going to do is die cut out the panel with the waffle flower plaid texture background. So I'm just going to run that through my Big Shot Plus or Switch Plus, and then go ahead and cut that down to size. So here I'm just bringing it back from my machine, and then it does get pretty sticky in there, not sticky but just stuck in there, so you do have to poke holes in it, especially if you're using anything lighter than 110 pound cardstock. I believe that's an 80 pound cardstock, so it does get pretty engrossed in that die that you're gonna have to poke it out. So here I'm just kind of assembly lining it with my 3 cards that I'm currently going to be making. I ended up only doing 2 A2 card sizes, and then I ended up doing an A7 card size in landscape mode, just because of the nature of how I selected the design for that card, and it wasn't going to fit on an A2 card size. So that's fine. I'll just end up using one of those blank cards in another video, which I ended up doing that anyways. So here I am just cutting this down to size to fit onto my card panel. In fact, this is more or less a sub panel, if you will, so it's like not the main panel of the card, but I'm just cutting it down to size to what I think would look best on this card. So I'm also trimming down the other panel as well. So again, it's kind of like that sub panel, right? It's not the main focus. The panel that I die cut, that's going to be the main focus for this card. So I'm just kind of getting an idea of how it's going to look and how it's going to fit within the card. And then here's where the trouble comes. I really loved that Happy Spring was the card was oriented landscape instead of portrait, which is what you'll see here in a second. And I just was being a little lazy. So had I not been lazy, I would have switched my card to be landscape for this one in particular. But because I already did everything, I ended up just keeping it as is. And honestly, I didn't mind it at all. So I'm just cutting out my Happy Spring with my We Are Makers Mini Evolution. Love that little machine. It does a lot of fun, intricate cuts, and it's a really good machine. So here I am just just trying to get a feel for where this is going to be placed on the card and if I truly like it. And then of course I got to attempt to see how this is going to look in landscape. And I really love it in landscape, but you let me know what you think. Should I have done landscape or kept it in portrait, which is what I did. But yeah, I said, you know what, it's okay. We're just going to go with it and then proceed. So here I'm just adding some tape, double-sided tape to my main panel, to my sub panel, and then adhering that to the cardstock. Now this collection of cardstock from Cartabella is almost textured, which actually kind of saved me because I didn't exactly line up this panel on the sub panel correctly. And actually, I'm going to show you, I flipped it backwards just to get an idea of what the, where to place this panel on. So I do that a lot. I'll flip it backwards just to kind of remember where it needs to be positioned. But you can see here that I don't know if I cut it out in the video. Yeah, no, I lifted it back up. And the reason why I was able to lift that back up is because that cardstock is textured. Now, if it was not textured, I don't think you'd be able to lift it back up. So you're going to run the risk of ruining your cardstock if you do that. So somehow I lost the video on adding the rest of the card to the card base. So I just added foam tape to the sub panel and then added some silver embellishments, as you see next to the H and below the N and the G. And then I really like how it created that offset. It's really pretty. Okay, so now we're on to using, I kind of showed you a little glimpse of what I was going to do next. We're going to use the pink panel next, okay? And here I decided to use that same green and white background, and then I'm going to use that to cut out the happy spring. So here what I'm doing is just trying to get an idea. Should I have the pink in the back and then the white on top? So I just played around with it for a little bit. I cut that part out just because it took a long time and you guys don't need to see me figuring it out and tapping my finger and whatnot. So anyways, I ended up cutting the happy spring with that Cartabella cardstock, and it cut out just fine. It was not an issue at all. So again, I'm just lifting the top plate off and then trying to get the happy spring outside. So I ended up cutting happy spring on white 80-pound cardstock, so I can provide additional dimension to both of the second and third card. So I think I did it a total of 4 times, although I can't remember, maybe it was 6 times. No, it looks like it was just I had 3 layers, the cardstock pattern and then just the 80-pound cardstock, just because putting foam tape on there would be a lot of effort and just not worth the hassle. And sometimes it really makes a difference just adding a few layers instead of adding foam tape. Okay, so here I am just simply going ahead and cut out some cut aparts. Now I did have to end up cutting that little strip there because it is a little longer than 12 inches and it wasn't going to fit into my paper trimmer. So I'm just going to go ahead, and you got 6 different options. I only went with just the one that I'm about to cut out just because of the lack of time that I had to make additional cards, but you most certainly can use these as the main focus on your card, or even just put it in a little picture frame. It would look super cute as well. So if cards is not your thing, then you can also make decor with them. Maybe I'll do a video with doing decor with cardstock collections. We'll see. Anyway, so here I'm just kind of getting an idea of the size, and I noticed that the total width is 6 inches, and since it's in landscape mode, this was just not going to work with the portrait A2 card size. So that's kind of when I realized, okay, I'm going to have to bump it up to the A7 card size. So here I'm just trimming down that sub panel, if you will, and I'm just placing the panel on top of it just to try to get an idea like what my offset is. But then I kind of realized, oh man, I kind of cut that too close to my to the panel, and so then you'll see what I did to remedy that. What I'm going to do is create a little bit of an offset like you see there, but I'm going to do it in reverse, and you'll see that in a moment. And then I'm just going to put that happy spring right there, and it kind of just looks like it's part of that decor right there. So here I am simply I cut out a 7 by 10 cardstock out of 110 pound cardstock, and then I'm simply scoring it at the 5-inch mark. So your paper size will, at the end, it will be 7 by 10, but then you score it at 5, so then it will be 5 by 7. So this is going to work both in landscape and in portrait mode as well. And I keep on saying mode as if I'm like doing this on the computer, but I think you guys get what I mean. So anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and fold that, and then I'm going to use my little score tool to help add the crease to my card here. So yes, I ended up having to bump it up just because of the sheer size of those cut aparts. I will be honest, this cut apart was, or this paper pack was a little hard to do paper piecing, just because I wasn't too fond of every single pattern they had there. So, and I didn't really like all of the sentiments, and I say that with air quotes just because I don't know if they're really consider sentiments, more so cut aparts is what we call them. So again, just adding some adding some double-sided tape to the back of this because I didn't want to add any dimension to that piece just because of the offset from the main panel of my card. So here I'm just going to go ahead and I don't know why I positioned it in the lower right, but earlier I was justifying it to the lower or upper left, but that's what I ended up doing, and I actually think it worked out in the end. Maybe it's just what I preferred, but let me know if I should have kept it in the upper left or in the lower right. I think either way it would have been just fine. And so then I'm just adding some foam tape to the main panel of this card, and then placing it in the upper left corner, like so. I really love how this card turned out. This I thought was going to be my least favorite, but ended up being one of my favorites. It just turned out so super cute. So then, since I already added a few layers to the Happy Spring, I am simply just going to add some liquid glue to the back of that, and then of course placing that onto my panel like you see that I'm about to do that here in a second, and then just trying to get a good visual of where it's going to be. And I use my reverse tweezers so that way my hands are not in the way. It just makes things a lot easier. So if you never used reverse tweezers when you're making your cards, trust me, do it. It's a game changer. It's definitely useful. Okay, then lastly, to top off this card, like any other card, I'm adding some gold or brass embellishments to the card, and just where I thought would make sense. I'm probably the least person you would ask why you position your embellishments the way you do. I don't know. I really think that I know other card makers have a better idea why, but I just kind of go with what I like, and then if it looks good, great. Sometimes, I'll be honest, 50% of the time I think they look great where I put them, and the other half I don't think they look great. So little insider trade there, if you will. There's my 2 cards. Let's go ahead and make the last card, which actually this one ended up being super cute as well. I mean, they all ended up being super cute. And just like the other 2, going to have a sub panel and then the main panel. So bringing in that green that I used from Recollections from Michaels. Again, that's called Forest. Don't ask me why I remembered that one. But anyways, I thought this green matched really well with the paper pack. So I'm just trying to get a feel for like the sizing of this. I don't think I really established real value, like real numbers to this. It's just kind of like whatever floats or whatever works, that's what we're going for. As long as that Happy Spring fits within that. Then I'm going to go ahead and quarter round it just because I feel like those corners are just so sharp and it's just not going with the vibe that I have for the Happy Spring. So I'm just quarter rounding every single corner just to provide a little bit of interest. And I'm doing that to both the sub panel and the main panel as well. And this little quarter round that I have, this is from We Are Makers. And gosh, I don't even know how old this is because I've had purchased it years and years and years ago. So I'm sure that they still have it or have some version of it, or you can find it through a different company. I'm almost certain of that. So anyways, so then here's the challenge, trying to figure out, okay, well, what am I going to do with this card because the sticker sheet doesn't really have too many sentiments on there, so that was a little bit of a challenge. So before I bring that out though, I'm going to go ahead and add some double-sided tape and then tape that, and then of course I'm going to add the foam tape to the back of the main panel just to provide some additional dimension to that. So I did that again in all 3 cards, but I think that just makes a difference. So then just adding that panel to the card base itself and trying to get it centered. And I'll be honest, I was not thrilled about my work right there. It is a little off-centered. So I thought these rain boots were super cute. There's a couple options for rain boots. Like you have this pink and then the green and then this peach color. I decided to go with the peach color just to match the pink peach color, I should say, to match the sub panel. And then once I found the placement of the second second sticker that says "Enjoy every moment," I just placed it on the boots and then added the foam tape to the rest. And then so you can see here how I added that to there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and use my reverse tweezers to try to get this centered and positioned to where I like it. And then just like the other 2 cards, I have to add some embellishments, and I ended up using that brass/gold embellishments like I did on the card before, and I really think that just makes it a little bit elevated in comparison to not having those embellishments. So here are the 3 cards that we did in this video. They are all super cute. I think my favorite is the top left where it says Happy Spring, and then the bottom one that is in landscape. I just think they are all of them are really fun to do. And then here's the other 2 spring cards. I've never done spring cards before. It's like, you know, so this was a challenge, but it was a lot of fun. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know your favorite card and which one. Do you do paper piecing or do you like to do die cutting? Let me know which type of card that you guys like to make, and also why. What attracts you to die cutting or what attracts you to paper piecing? I love both of them because I love how we all can look at the same die and then choose different things. Oh, and by the way, I'm kind of pointing at this because I thought it was pretty cool that it says hello and then you put hello, happy spring. I don't know. It's kind of silly. It was not intentional, but it just, I just thought it was funny to point out. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next card or craft video. Bye.